South Beach Tow. What happened here? Well, that was the show there. Now, I was late as hell and found the show after the fact, but I still got into it. Then I hear later on they say, "Oh, it's fixed. It's fixed up." I ain't care. The show was funny. How I found it anyway. I think it was on IG. A clip on IG. Bernice beat the hell out of somebody, and oh, she is something else. Watching it the other night, matter of fact. I think I don't know if it was a dude or who it was. Got up balls to shove her. She had old boy up against that car. Like, I'll break your damn neck out here. Uh, then one time Jerome had to pull her off this dude. She said she's ready to rip that boy a new hole. Cause she was something serious. She don't play. She don't play that shit.
Sometimes, fans of reality TV must ask themselves, how real do we want our entertainment? After all, reality can get ugly.
There she go.
Even if it can also be relatable and hilarious. But what happens when a show is so fake that it's hard to tell who lived and who died? We're taking a deep dive into another tow show, South Beach Tow, to find out how fake a show can get and see where the actors are today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell, and stick around for the end of this wild, wild ride. Since this is a new show for the channel, what was South Beach Tow all about? South Beach Tow is what it says on the label. It reenacts the daily lives of tow truck drivers in Miami Beach, Florida. While everything is a reenactment, most of it is based on things that happened to the workers at South Beach Towing and Tremont Towing. Legend has it that the show came about when the president of Nuyorican Productions, Simon Fields, got his car towed, and the rest was history. If you saw my lizard lick video, this should sound familiar to you. If not, be sure to check it out. As the narrator put it, South Beach at night brings every crazy person out on the streets. We get it all on South Beach. These towers have to deal with martial artists, wrestlers, teenagers, and the scariest enemy of all, Karens.
That dude was on some Eddie Gordo right there, Tekken 3. Yeah, this show here, boy. Oh, this was something. I wonder, like in real life, the tow truck drivers go through some shit. People trying to fight to get their car back, and I think if the person puts their hands on you, you got the right. You have the right to defend yourself. You can't be grabbing and punching on folks to get your car towed. Yeah. So I don't think they don't just start fighting at random. But yeah, you can't be trying to swing on somebody because you can't get your car back.
When your territory is Miami, there's never a dull moment.
I remember that.
That said, it is true that towing companies can get territorial. One of the things that kept people watching was the feud between Tremont Towing and The Finest Towing.
Oh, yeah.
The Finest would go so far as stealing Tremont's towing targets and injuring drivers. Yikes. Their rivalry helped keep the show interesting while it aired on True TV, part of the Warner Bros. Discovery Network. The show had a total of 87 episodes, 89 if you count bonuses, spanning 4 seasons. It ran from July 2011 to December 2014. Just FYI, there is a lot of swearing in every episode.
Listen, relax, guys, alright? Listen, I don't know who it is. Everybody cool down. It's going down.
You can watch the entire series for free on YouTube, but the dialogue is heavily bleeped. You can either fill in the blanks yourself or pay for full episodes on Google Play, Apple TV, or Amazon Prime. Along with its fierce rivalries, wild encounters, and colorful language, South Beach Tow had a cast of colorful characters. Let's start with the company itself. Tremont Towing is a real towing company in Miami Beach. In Season 4, it branched off into South Beach Towing.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Yeah, it was a South Beach Tow or Tremont. I guess South Beach Tow was the name of the show, but the company, I heard on the phone a couple times saying Tremont. Yeah, it's like I was wondering about dang, but there really is a place called South Beach. Hell,
Located in Gladeview, Tremont Towing, at least, is still an active company on Instagram and Google. But more on what happened with the business later. It gets interesting. Who are the people behind
Christy.
Tremont
Woo!
Towing? It's a
Christy.
family-owned business, so let's
Her
start
fine
there.
ass.
Robert Ashenoff Sr., the founder of Tremont Towing. He played himself on the show and ran the business. His kids, Christy and Robert Jr., eventually moved to general management positions as well. Spoiler, I know. Eddie Del Busto was the main truck driver on the show. Jerome Jackson, aka J Money, was the other driver. As far as I can tell, they were both legitimate drivers, but still won the audience over with their over-the-top personalities.
No, I got these guys here talking about how I'm pouring on my loser, man.
Come on now.
With the best Halloween decor from Michaels, we're not twinning.
We're winning.
Because Michael...
How does that make you feel, Eddie? How does that make me feel? I'm boiling up inside,
The Eddie
and you know I
part.
can take these punk asses down with no sweat, dog.
But there were also several actors playing roles on the show. This list included Dave Cosgrove, whose real name was Michael Mike Grogan. Grogan started in tourism
I thought that
before
was his
moving
real
on to
name,
entertainment,
Cosgrove.
and is currently president of Sun Raven Productions. Yeah, another spoiler. Bernice, aka La Catriona Brunson, was known for dealing with unruly clients and for wearing sunglasses all the time.
This ain't working. Don't have to hold on, dog. I'm finna cut this stuff. Stay still. Don't look.
Acting was just her day job. She had a degree in health and physical education and was a well-known athlete in Miami-Dade before being seen on TV. Unfortunately, today's video is also a bit of dumpster diving. Despite running for 4 seasons, South Beach Tow got catastrophically bad reviews. But since we're here, let's pick apart exactly what went wrong. The first major point is that the showrunners were not transparent about things not being filmed in real time, at first. As with Lizard Lick towing, some of those situations would have been dangerous, if not illegal, to film on site.
Follow me, bro. Crazy. Ain't gonna win.
Eventually, the show was forced to come clean about its dramatic reenactments. You may also have noticed during my discussion of the cast that many of the people on this show were actors. I'll get into what happened to them later, but towing trucks was a job for maybe half the cast. That dented the authenticity of the show too. But there were other instances where they did not even try to
So most of them were real life truck drivers. So I think I seen an interview years ago. I don't know about the rest, but I think Jerome or Jay Mike, he was a truck driver for real. And then and they said it really was a company business, but yeah, because I don't know, he didn't know what the hell what was what. Yeah, but somebody admitted it, said it was fixed up. It's like, I don't give a crap. I ain't give a crap if it was fixed. It said the mess was funny as hell and it was entertaining.
hide the fact that what they were doing was made for TV. Viewers could see the wires and cameras breaking their immersion. Again, some scenes should have had police around, but the show lets them play out instead. While I could blame things like low ratings and bad reviews, they were supposedly not the reasons the show got canceled. The real reason was that True TV had a change of management in 2013. The new owner, Chris Lynn, wanted less vulgar, more realistic content on the rebranded new True TV. Take this with a huge grain of salt. Although other sources cite the new management as the reason South Beach Tow got canceled, the most detailed post comes from Quora. If some people online criticize a reality TV show for being fake, that's one thing. It's a whole other story when the head of the network thinks a show is too fake. So, what are all these actors doing now? One of the answers might or might not surprise you after all I've said. First, getting it out of the way, the Ashenoff family still owns South Beach Towing. Robert Sr. has retired. Christy manages South Beach Towing and is married with 2 children. Robert Jr. is co-manager of South Beach Towing, but also dabbles in the entertainment industry and coaches at Miami Jackson Senior High School. He keeps most of his personal life out of the public eye, but seems to be doing okay. As I said, most of the people on South Beach Tow were actors. Many of them have moved on to other projects. For example, Bernice not only has a license to teach and coach sports, but has starred in the 2021 movie Jerry Curls. Mike also had a hand in that movie. She became the first female head football coach in Florida when she took a job at Jackson Senior High School in 2016. Nice work. Some of the actors, however, used their experience on the show to get real jobs with trucks and cars. Jerome, aka J Money, currently works for Ryder System Incorporated, a commercial rental truck company. It's a different vehicle, sure, but the experience probably helped. Gilbert Perez seems to be getting the best
he was
of
something
both
else.
worlds. He started out playing the owner of Goodfellas on the show. Then, he became the operations manager of South Beach Towing while still working as a special effects coordinator and prop master for the entertainment industry. He even has a wife, Vanessa Perez, and 2 lovely children. This guy has it all. And then there's Eddie Del Busto. Eddie Del Busto was filmed getting into a tragic accident on the show. However, like many other parts of it, this was a dramatic reenactment. Eddie is presumably alive and well. Keeps his personal information under wraps for the most part. He still drives tow trucks, has plenty of friends and family, and otherwise wants to live a normal life. So please respect his privacy if you happen to see him in Miami. Although the show wasn't formally canceled, the chances of it coming back are slim to none. This is because Tremont Towing got into 2 separate lawsuits. One in 2016 and another in 2018. The lawsuit in 2018 complained that they refused to pay their workers. South Beach, however, seems to be doing fine. Somewhere amidst the fake death, poorly concealed wires, and lawsuits is a lesson.
Wasn't that the guy that was locked in the trunk?
Shall we? First, get people who know the business instead of actors. I understand that there needs to be some dramatic reenactments for dangerous situations, but most people on and off camera should get it. The acting wasn't always bad, but there probably should have been more professional experience on set. Once you know how much acting you need, make it look as realistic as possible. Conceal things like wires and cameras, make it cinematic. If someone says it won't look good on TV, it probably won't. TV and YouTube are different formats with different rules. Be transparent about what a reenactment and what's for real. But there are some good things to take away from South Beach Tow. One of the best things South Beach Tow did was create a compelling storyline. The ongoing conflict between Tremont Towing and Finest Towing / Goodfellas helped keep viewers hooked. The staff, regardless of whether they were paid actors or not, were fun to watch. Fun characters and an exciting story will make reality TV much more engaging. And even though cursing is funny, sometimes even realistic, maybe reduce the number of F-bombs so that the new network exec doesn't get mad.
Yeah, they were cursing like a dog on that show.
More swearing on a paid network doesn't mean you should. If any car tubers hoping to make it big on television were watching, maybe learning from South Beach Tow will help you make a better show. And hey, shout out your channel in the comments. I might do a video about you next. In many ways, South Beach Tow was a great example of how not to do reality TV shows. And I think we've all had instances where someone has said, do as I say, not as I do. What are your favorite examples of someone showing or telling you how not to do something? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching to the end, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring that bell so that you don't miss the next big thing. We'll see you next time.
He didn't mention what happened to the one dude that got locked in the trunk. 'Cause I think that's the same guy. He ended up working there, and then he didn't mention the J Money stalker. So yeah, he left a few people out there. But that was a show there. But yeah, I found that show like it was way off the air. Finding all this stuff when it was long gone. The what do you call it? The South Beach Tow and the Hell's Kitchen, or not Hell's Kitchen, Kitchen Nightmare, and all this other stuff. Yeah, but all that stuff's been off the air 10, 12 years. just finding it YouTube surfing. But yeah, I like the show. The show was it's really something else.